Oh, the retardedness of the bosses at Ubisoft have no end. It's really ridiculous. And now we have a really fun admission that they don't know where the players are, and the company just can't reach them. I just wonder. I bet they're on Blue Sky. Yeah, go check Blue Sky, see if they're there. And never leave Blue Sky because it's the echo chamber network where it's less toxic. That will solve everything, Ubisoft. That's the answer. All right, well, I can tell you where gamers have been going, my friends. And please, here is one of those places. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'll give Ubisoft some advice as well. Fandom Pulse is your spot. If you want real gaming journalism, the stuff that the companies are not approving, where you can get the absolute news of what's going on, we have it. FandomPulse.com now has John F. Trent. This is the second week he's been with us. And over the first week, he's been adding his gaming journalism to our site. You've seen him before. He was the editor-in-chief of Bounding Into Comics and of That Park Place. And what happened was Google was censoring things over both of those places because of their little ad policies, making it impossible for him to just call out wokeness without any kind of censorship. So I brought him over to our Substack over here. I write articles. He writes articles. We cover everything, not just video games, all pop culture entertainment news. We've got books, video games, movies, TV, comics, tabletop games, and celebrity, and more. Of course, our little groups to where you can connect with us as well. And please sign up and get your news here. What's great is we send out a daily briefing every day, so you just get all the stories of the day in a very simple, compact email to your email box, making it very easy to find. And I appreciate you guys for being here. If you do want to sign up as a paid subscriber, we are doing this full-time, and so we would appreciate that because we're doing the real journalism, no advertising. We are completely non-corrupt and just here for you. So thank you guys for actually shattering our goals on that. I had a goal for the first month of getting to 40 paid subscribers, and we're over 60 now. So thank you guys so much. And this is in the description below, along with other links. I'm an author, and you can read my books and stuff like that too. And thank you guys for being here. So let's talk about Ubisoft and everything that's going on. We know that Assassin's Creed Shadows is in a dire spot. They punted it to next year after gamers soundly rejected it and were saying that it was going to be a disaster. When Star Wars Outlaws numbers came out, Ubisoft went into full panic mode. They actually don't know how to fix it. And this is just another indication that they don't know how to fix it, because they're unwilling to compromise their leftist ideals that they want to push into everything. The diversity, equity, and inclusion models are so ingrained in every single employee who works there now, because that's all that's left, that they just can't come up with a good game, can't figure out how to do it. Honestly, you just got to, it's too bad, guys, but you got to remove the Yasuke bit. Do it from scratch and just make it into a real Japanese samurai. That's the only way to do it at this point. Otherwise, you still got the pandering in there that's just going to fail immediately because it's just got that sour taste in the mouth. Japanese gamers went insane themselves. They just went, we are mad about this. There was 100,000 plus people signing to just cancel the game, and that's what sent Ubisoft scrambling. Now, we've seen investor calls making things look really, really bad for the company, and it just seems like there's no way out for them at this juncture, and they know it, and they know there's no way out because they're not willing to sacrifice what they set up in this. So the executive producer, Mark Alexis Cotier, admitted that Ubisoft does not know where players are and does not know how to reach players with its games. Oh, boy. During a Q&A portion of an interview with XDS24 Conference, he was asked how external development will affect Ubisoft in the next 3 to 5 years. He responded, "I think we're in an era of peak change." Yeah, that's one way to talk about it. "I don't know what the industry is going to look like in 5 years, but we're clearly transforming." Well, I can tell you exactly what it's going to look like. These over-bloated studios where you had your diversity hires, where you have your women and BIPOC-only, promotions that were going on, this absolute discrimination against people who actually know how to make video games in the name of people who don't. And he did also admit that the people there, a lot of them have never made a video game before. Imagine that. They didn't get experienced people to work on these AAA products, which cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make. And then other studios are just like, putting things together at a couple $1,000,000 that are actually fun, and they're taking off. So what's going to happen is the old guard, you, Ubisoft, BioWare, you guys are going to go down the drain, and other studios are going to come up and just take your place because you just won't deliver gamers what they want, and you refuse. You're like dragging your feet in the mud, sitting there going, no, like a little 5-year-old throwing a tantrum. I won't go. I'm not going to do it. And that's why you can't find where the gamers are at. He says, I think it can create anxiety. Oh, I see it as a challenge we need to solve together because whether it's in the AAA or even the more indie space, the recipe for success as it's been in the last 20 years is dramatically shifting. It's really not. I mean, Space Marine 2 really showed the way. They didn't do anything super innovative or anything like that. They just delivered a fun game. And that's what people want. Fun games. They are games for a reason. It's entertainment. Stop. So I still think we need to innovate. He continued, we need to control our costs. Well, yeah, because they ballooned clearly over the last 5 years, and that's because of all the diversity hires. When you hire a diversity hire, it's not just the fact that, they cost their salary and the like. They cost more because, for every, 1 year of work you could get out of a person who actually knows what they're doing, you've got 5 employees who actually drag the company down and actually make the employees who actually do know what they're doing have to work harder, burn themselves out, slow down their pace because they're dealing with incompetency on the other end. So it costs the salary of much, much more when this does happen. And this is the problem in places like Ubisoft right now. So next, he shared how the company does not know where the players are at and how to get them to play their games. This is really, really funny. We need to find where the players are, which has been a question I've been having for the last 2 years. Where are the players? What are they playing? How do we reach them? All of this will become clear in the coming years as our industry transforms. This guy's so out of touch, and this is so funny watching these people just have no idea where did the gamers go. Okay, well, one, they literally have Steam charts. You can look at the Steam charts and see where the gamers are playing and what they're playing and why. It's pretty simple. Fandom Pulse, of course, our beautiful Substack, Mark, if you want to subscribe, breaks down what gamers are playing and breaks down what gamers are not playing to make it very simple for you as well. And then, of course, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, not just myself, and of course, I appreciate all of you guys for being here. We had 45,000 subscribers over the weekend, so thank you guys so much. But there's a bunch of other great YouTubers out there who also know what gamers want. I mean, you can go to Asmongold for one. We know that the guy from Space Marine 2 and from Saber Interactive went over there and left a nice comment over there about how games should be fun. Maybe you should interact with actual gamers instead of running away to your little blue sky social networks, hiding from gamers, going tweets protected, and blocking everybody. This is what the gaming industry does most of the time. But you know what? If you're just nice to your customers, maybe you can figure it out. It's not that hard. I can give you some other great ones. Smash JT's another good channel. Vera Dark's another good channel. Hypnotic's another great channel. You guys can go over there. All of those are wonderful places you can find real gamers and then figure out what gamers actually want to play. Oh my gosh, they should hire us as consultants. Can you imagine if we had our own little consulting grift, like Black Girl Gamers and Sweet Baby Inc. Those are people who don't know how to play games, Mark. Like, they don't care about games. They care about identity and all that. What if we made a consulting group called What Gamers Want Inc. or something? and just had them funnel us money to be like, okay, gay black samurai, no, we just don't want that. It's not that hard. It's so ridiculous. But this just goes to show these people will do anything but admit the actual problems in the industry, admit what's actually going on. Because look, they can't. Because their identity politics, it's their religion, it's their life. They can't self-reflect, and that's what we covered earlier with Dragon Age and the Gamer article. I just went through that. They called Dragon Age too woke finally in mainstream journalism, but they still don't self-reflect. They still don't know what the core problem is because they just can't. It's like a cognitive dissonance, inability to process, where they just go beep boop, does not compute, must go back to my diversity seminar. And that's the whole problem here. And that's exactly why, despite the delays, despite everything that's happening with Ubisoft and it being pushed back to February 2025, which, by the way, there's no way it's coming out in February. I will make that prediction and say it's going to be months down the line from that too. Assassin's Creed is just not going to make the changes that it needs, and we know it. And all the gamers have to do, and all the gamers that are here and everywhere else, just don't buy the game, don't play it. Very, very simple. There's other Assassin's Creed games to play if you have that itch. There's other games in different franchises that you can go purchase, and it'll take a couple years to flatten the curve. And these people like Mark Alexis here will eventually figure things out that they have to move the needle and actually hire people who know how to make games again. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button, my friends. Thank you for being here. And do sign up for the Fandom Pulse Substack, whether as a free member, which I appreciate even you, or as a paid member if you really want to support our journalism. It's the best way to go. It's in the description below. Thank you guys so much for making this a success so far.